All right, so we're trying to not become the type of show that can't talk to the audience. All right? So we got to get rid of these crazies as they come in. And again, the reason I keep talking about this is all new for us. We're trying to figure it out as we go. So we want to be transparent and nice with everyone, right?
I think we're being
nice. We're too nice. All right, where were we going next? Who are we going to show?
Jerry and Kyle Dunnigan.
Oh, my God, you got to see this. JRE had Kyle Dunnigan on the show. Again, they refused to talk about the current events. Who's Kyle Dunnigan? He's my Instagram guy. Who does Caitlyn Jenner? He stinks. And he's afraid of Bill Maher.
You're a whiny little bitch.
Kyle Dunnigan is a fucking bitch. He's afraid of Bill Maher. There was even an incident in the show where Joe Rogan, did we have this clip where Joe Rogan goes, oh yeah, could Bill Maher gonna come and get you? Remember that, Jules? Do we have that? We have it. Do we have it? We have to have it. Go into the transcripts, type in Bill Maher. We got to show you what Kyle Dunnigan does. Okay, we've got this pulled up. Oh my God, look at this. So at 49 minutes in, Joe Rogan's going to be talking about Al Franken, Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, and Me Too. The Me Too movement. No mention of Chris D'Elia. Doesn't that kind of piss you off? I mean, you just had him on the show last month telling 30 million people to go check him out. And you can't say a word, Joe Rogan. You can't say anything. Even Whitney has said something. That's kind of fucked. Let's go to 49:45 to show you. Joe's fully aware of rapists today. And you see what he did. Did anyone see this episode? You could tell he tried to get really high and really drunk for it. And he's kind of off. This stuff's adding up for Joe. He really, he can't handle this machine that he built. And because he's estranged from his fans, because he decided to, he's kind of lost. He's kind of separated from his audience and lost. Listen to this shit.
Sleeping. Like, come on, man. If that was your girlfriend.
Yeah, no, that is...
Cheers, everybody.
He is when he was a comic. He did something stupid.
They were on a comedy tour.
Yes, they were on a comedy tour. He did something stupid.
And I'm not defending, but she's wearing a flak jacket.
Yes,
You're not touching
and he's
boobs.
not touching her, but he's pretending he is. Maybe he thought it was funny. Maybe she didn't. I get it. I don't
not a good
think
look,
he's not. It's not a good look. I don't think he's an evil person.
No, I think not that he got fired. He resigned under pressure.
These guys are losing all their confidence too. You know who's really going to lose his confidence? Joey Diaz. He's already an insecure guy to begin with. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for that big
honestly,
fat...
now that I'm thinking about it more, how does Rogan get off just ignoring this?
He's in over his head, you know,
and then he skips the fight companion. It's like everyone in America is waiting to hear from
Here's
you.
the thing about Rogan. We're giving him too much credit. You've had all these people build him up, and people are afraid to come out against him. You never hear anyone speak bad about him. And I'll tell you this, like I told you before, all in all, he's doing a nice service, okay? His show has done some good things for the world, and it's nice, and he's expanded a lot of people's thinking with his guests. That being said, he's still now responsible for all the bullshit that comes out of his mouth, and he needs to be checked, and he needs to be held accountable for all the flip-flopping and nonsense that he spews to 30 million people. And this is why I don't want this show to get to 30 million people. You can't ever talk to 30 million people. It's not going to work. It's not human. It wasn't meant to be. The only person who was ever meant to do that was the president doing a lying speech where he addresses the public. You can't have any sort of life with 30 million people that you address daily. I'm sorry, Joe. You need to scale it back. So when Joe Rogan just distances himself from this audience and he gets irresponsible like this, people get pissed. And you're getting pissed not because it's just Joe Rogan, but because it's 30 million people and you're worried about the future of our society. When 30 million people are being fed the wrong information, there's something in us that gets worried. Because we don't want 30 million people on the wrong track. It's hard enough you know, with all the stuff going on. So when we see Joe Rogan say something so stupid to 30 million people, it becomes personal to us because we fear for the collapse of our decent society. Let's hear what he says here.
But
Yeah.
I think he's just a smart guy, and I don't know. He got caught up in that wave, you know, and I think that can happen to folks. I think Sheevan was like, I didn't want him to resign. I should stop talking. I'm saying
who?
things.
He didn't want
Dunnigan, by the way, is such a fucking...
You're a whiny little bitch.
It's so funny. Bill Maher actually hates Kyle Dunnigan because he impersonates Bill Maher, and you're going to see this coming up. He's afraid that Bill Maher is mad. Who the fuck would ever be afraid of Bill Maher? You'll see this. This guy is such a dork nerd scare. He gets like everything he says. He's like, oh, I don't want to. I'm not saying I'm going to beat him up, but I could beat him up. I would like to do some 8th grade style bullying to Dunnigan. Like if I were a kid, I'd do that thing where my friend gets on his hands and knees. I push him over my friend. If I were a kid, believe me, there'd be some stuff. You'd get hit with an ice ball while waiting for the bus. Okay? We'd do stuff to your lunch. We'd put hot sauce on your lips. Do you know I did that to a guy once? There's a guy sleeping. Yes. This might be a Me Too.
I think about that all the time.
This is worse than a Me Too. There was a listener. We used to do this thing when I was a young buck. We used to do this thing where we allowed listeners to sit in on the show. Can you imagine that now? People have gotten so twisted.
Just start raping
we used
me.
to, every show, there'd be a studio audience of like 2 to 5 listeners. And they'd sit in on the show. And I had to stop doing it because people were acting like fucking R's. Imagine the R's that would come out. But, you know, we had co-hosts at the time, so it wasn't as weird. And I was a young guy. I just wanted to party. And listeners would sit on the show. Like right over there would be like 5 chairs lined up. In every show, there'd be some listeners. We had this one guy, and what would happen is they would all come and they'd bring booze and gifts. And then these lightweight weirdos would get too drunk. They'd all try to impress me by drinking. And mid-show, they'd get too drunk. Anyway, we had a guy, he passed out on my couch, which was, even back then when I'm allowing people to come sit in, that's unacceptable. So, and I don't even know this guy. So I go to the kitchen cabinet and I get out the hot sauce. I think it was Tabasco. And he's sleeping, and we fill his sleeping eye sockets with Tabasco. 2 mini hot tubs. So imagine he's sleeping. We fill in his eye sockets with Tabasco, and then we wake him up, and he opens his eyes. And his eyes fill with sauce! Ah! And he burns and screams.
God.
Now, that to me is... I mean, that's assault.
Can you send a written apology to that guy, please?
I feel bad. Back then, that was I would never do that to someone now. Back then, that's fucked. That's a Me Too.
Jesus Christ.
To fill someone's eyes with sauce. Imagine opening your eyes and then you go, what's going on? And you can't even see.
If you were that guy, please contact me and I'll get Mike to send you a video apology.
Yeah. And he didn't care. He woke up and he was fine. And he fell back asleep. We put hot sauce all over his lips. And he's going,
Oh my God.
Imagine how painful that would be. If that happened to me, I'd fucking kill someone. And Kyle Dunnigan.
How old was he?
4 or 5. He was someone's son. He was a kid. I would do that to Kyle Dunnigan. I'd fill him with sauce. Okay.
Who does he remind me of?
A complete faggot that needs to be sauced. All right, let's see what happens here. They're talking about Me Too, but they won't bring up Chris D'Elia. Let's listen.
Did you say Shiva?
Shiva.
Yeah, she didn't want Shiva to resign. She didn't want him to lose his
Shiva.
job over that. I think she came out and said.
Yeah, I don't think she did either.
Again, no information.
Yeah, it's,
Bullshit.
There's way worse people out there.
And here's what's so funny about this episode. Both of them know something's not right. Kyle Dunnigan knows that Joe Rogan is facing all this stuff, but he won't say anything because he's too much of a bitch. And Joe Rogan knows that Kyle knows, and Joe Rogan's been drowning himself in booze and weed, and they've both been icky towards each other, but no one will. And then they keep pushing it because Joe goes, I can't cut the episode short. If I do, people will know what's up. You got to hear this Negroes part. Now, this shows the stupidity of Joe Rogan and his crew. Right now, George Floyd is king. George Floyd's soul runs the world. Remember George Floyd?
Do I ever?
I got a tattoo that says George Floyd deserved it.
I
love George Floyd.
Everybody hates hearing about this.
No, not anymore.
But
people are now, they're like, wait a minute, I want more George Floyd stuff.
The other day, I was reading comments about this girl from The Bachelor who had a baby, and all the people were suggesting baby names in the comments, and this one person was
oh my God, listen to this.
This one person was like, because of the social issues, maybe she'll name the baby George or Floyd, dedicated to George.
People are naming their babies.
But she was being 100%
But
serious.
there are people who are naming their babies George Floyd because they love blackety skin. Can you believe we're still talking about black
I love
skin?
him.
Hi, I'm in a skin conversation. How about we all start being racist about people with acne? That's a different skin type. Wow. I hate people with dry skin. Forget black skin. If you've got a little eczema, you're finished with me. So, George Floyd, this is his week. Now, wait till you see what Jamie and Joe do. This is so irresponsible, especially Joe's trending on Twitter. When this came out, Joe right now is trending on Twitter for not only the COVID stuff and the anti-mask stuff. By the way, what a win about that. Remember COVID? People were making fun of me because in my police report I was wearing gloves.
Oh, yeah.
I was wearing vinyl gloves. These are the same people who are calling my disease fake, and then they see me wearing gloves. Now they're making fun of me for wearing gloves. Yeah, I was wearing gloves because I have a disease. I told you I could die from it. So when I go out, I wear the gloves and the mask because I can't take the chance that it's a fake Epstein-level conspiracy. I just can't, because my doctor told me if you get COVID, you will be fucked. This is what he says. So I'm going to listen to my doctor, and I'm going to wear gloves and the mask. Joe Rogan said masks are for bitches, okay? And that does piss off a guy who has to wear it because his doctor's telling you if you don't, you could die. And then you see Joe Rogan not caring that people could die. And it's very weird, especially with all this George Floyd thing. It's like, you don't want the cops to kill one fucking black guy. And I said, I didn't mean to say fucking.
Yeah, come on. Of course not.
You don't want the cops to kill one black guy, but then you're like, I don't care if all the old people die. I don't care if people with immune problems die. Like, it's very weird. You either care about all people or you don't. This is why I don't buy in any of this.
Did you want the
stuff.
Bill Burr clip?
Sure. So this is why Joe was trending, and then we're going to show you the biggest mistake in the world. Negro, 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 Negro. I can't believe we're still in quarantine, by the way. This is really happening. Still. You know, I'm really upset right now. I need to renew my driver's license. And guess what? I'm at the age now. Listen to this. I need to take a road test.
Because you haven't done
Listen to this.
In so many years.
This sucks so bad. So my driver's license is expired, and I went to renew it online. They said, no, you got to come in and take a road test.
How long does it have to be expired before they make you do that?
Well, because I think you have to. I don't drive. I had a motorcycle years ago. I stopped riding that because it was too dangerous, and my disease. It was too painful to ride, and so I just didn't renew. I didn't even think about my license, and then it expired. And I guess it was expired for. If it's expired for over a year, you need to take a road test to get it back.
Too soon. It must have been expired for like 5 years.
No, definitely not. And so now I need a car for some certain purposes, and I'm trying to get my license back. But guess what? The DMVs are half-staffed for Corona still. And every day, if you want to take a road test at the DMV, there's a line. I'm not kidding. The wait time, minimum, 5 hours. Now, listen to this. Listen how they fucked me. In order to take a road test, you need a licensed driver and a car. They don't have a car to take it with, so you need to come with a licensed driver with a car. Now, I know a few people are licensed drivers. I don't know anyone who is willing to wait with me for 5 hours outside the DMV, 6 feet apart, wearing a mask. So literally now, for the first time ever, I'm not okay with this quarantine. It's affecting me. This mask bullshit. So now I'm there. I need my fucking license. I have somewhere to go, by the way. I need a fucking license. What do I do?
Kevin Fergili.
But literally, I can't wait with Kevin. I don't want to wait with Kevin for Gackus.
Right, we've already hung out with him twice. He rules.
Are there any listeners who would wait with me for 5 hours? I asked my aunt. Even my aunt said she wouldn't do it. So I don't know what to do.
I want Kevin.
Someone says they'll do it. There will be no pictures of me, no talking to me. You give me the keys.
If we go, I'll talk to Kevin the whole time.
How about this? Is there anyone who's willing to do this with me? You got to wait with me in line. You got to be there. But would you be willing to be... We're wearing masks anyways. Would you be willing to be blindfolded? Because I don't want to hang out with anyone. Would you be willing to be blindfolded and put in earplugs so that I don't have to... I don't want you even seeing me.
People are saying, I love you, Mike, but no LMAO.
Yeah. See? That's what I mean. So I'm fucked right now. So now I understand this COVID nonsense. What was I going to do right now, Jules? We were going to...
Oh, yeah, the Bill Burr thing.
Let's play the Bill Burr thing.
Because this was another...
This was really good.
We're jumping all over the place today.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff going on. By next week, hopefully, there'll be less gossip. And we
I
can
really need
more.
my fucking license. You know.
You haven't had it for years.
I know, and now I want to buy a car. I was so excited, like I was going to renew my license. I was going to go buy a car.
They're saying you can use your expired license for a year after
No,
expiration
I can't.
because of COVID, but yours must be.
It's done. I don't have a copy of it, by the way. I don't even have it. So, yeah. And I can't rent a car. I wanted to rent a car. Now that I'm so rich, I wanted to rent. You could rent like these luxury cars and just go on joyrides all day, and it's not even that expensive. But back in the day, it was like, I'm not going to pay $200 a day for a luxury sports car. Now, I need this license.
Someone says sitting in a car with Mike would be extremely awkward. That is not true at all. He's like the nicest, most personable.
Why would that be awkward? Might be
guy.
awkward for you because you're so ugly or
Everyone
something.
who's met him knows that he is the nicest friend.
Yeah. All right. We're going to show you Bill Burr. And finally, oh my God, I forgot. We never covered this. Bill Burr was on Rogan.
No, this was our big show notes for before the Chris thing came out, but then we had to just forget about all of it.
So let's, again, we're jumping back and forth, but this is going to be cool. So I want to show you this. Let's go to YouTube. Did you notice I got a black keyboard? That was for you guys. YouTube, let's go to my channel. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Wait till you see this. So my Bill Burr clip. Has Bill Burr become a snob? Let's get to that one. And this is such a good clip. Hold on. I just want to show you what's going on. Sorry, I got a lot of videos. Reckless Media Radio, they also do some videos. A lot of their fans are very old. It's reckless. Has Bill Burr become a snob? Look at this one. 135,000 views on our video as Bill Burr become a snob. And you
like that
there.
on H3.
Oh, there he is. And look at this. 2.2 thousand likes. 2.2 thousand dislikes. What are the odds? 135,000 views, 2.2 thousand likes, 2.2 thousand dislikes as Bill Burr becomes a snob. And this whole thing was about how Bill Burr is acting like a bitch. And everyone who disliked this in the comments says, dude, you know nothing about Bill Burr. This is just how he is. This is why we like him. And I said, no, you ours. This is different. I know what Bill Burr does, and I know the difference between this. And now I have proof. the Bill Burr that I saw on Rogan was great. It was the ball-busting Bill Burr that we like. There's a huge difference between Bill Burr busting balls and Bill Burr being a snob and a bitch. He was a bitch with Theo Vaughn. If he acted like this, and let me tell you something, he's on some pills. This is why we like him again, and we're going to show you this. Bill Burr is on happy pills. I could prove it. This Joe Rogan episode, we were overlooked. Again, a lot of stuff going on right now, by the way, in the world. World War III, Donald Trump, COVID, Black Lives Matter, Chris D'Elia, Joe Rogan.
BC, which is the time before Chris.
Yes.
This would have been a huge clip.
Before Chris.
AD after D'Elia.
So we've got...
It is meaningless.
Yeah, we've got Bill Burr on Rogan, and I thought he was great, but at the end of this episode, he starts talking about... We got to pull up the show notes for this. Pull them up to the top.
I haven't double-checked them, but I'm
It's
pretty
okay.
sure that
They're good.
they're fine. I don't know.
Let's show people this because I think this is important. You know, this is a big part of our lore. What's the time code, though, for the
masks is at 35 minutes.
So this is partly why Joe Rogan was trending. And let's watch Bill Burr. Remember, Joe Rogan and Brendan Schaub have been anti-mask. They hate COVID because it's affecting their bottom line. But Bill Burr, black wife Bill Burr. Why does it matter if he has a black wife? Why does it matter? Shut up. Bill, by the way, that shirt, look at this fucking t-shirt. Listen to this. Bill Burr, and this is the Bill Burr I like. Watch this.
Like, they have like an impossible, they did and they didn't. There was people fucking right the whole fucking time. There's been fucking assholes on my street walking around, no masks. You know, not quarantining like the people that come by the houses.
And this is what I was talking about. Half the people of this world are like, there was a guy with no mask out. Can you believe it? And then the other half is like, can you believe someone would wear a mask? And it's even in the same circles. Like Joe Rogan is one of these guys like, I'm not wearing a fucking mask. But then his best friend Bill Burr is like, can you believe these people who don't wear masks? And then they clash and it's really awkward for Joe. Especially with Bill Burr, because this is like a tell it like it is, final say type of guy. So you're going to see Joe Rogan bitch out, and no one ever talks back to Rogan except for Bill Burr. And you're going to see Rogan really take a beta male back seat to Bill Burr. This excited me about Bill Burr. This is the Bill Burr that I signed up for years ago. I did not sign up for the Black Lives Matter bill. I'm just kidding. I call him Black Lives Matter.
Now
Burr.
it's like a joke to say that because everybody gets so mad every time.
Well, I don't even care. This whole world is a joke to me. Watch this. This is so funny.
No masks. You know, not quarantining like the people that come by the houses. You see the fucking, you know, the same people that were going in and out of the house who are not part of their family still going in and out of the house.
You want people to walk down the street with a mask on?
Let's not start this, Joe.
Do you, though?
Let's not start this.
Look at Joe Papa with his big cigar. Is that a cigar or just a sixth finger? Look at that guy, man. When you're smoking a cigar as thick as your index, you know you're a bald papa. Look at this bald papa. I've never seen Joe. This is an insecure beta papa face. And by the way, this MMA t-shirt business that he wears, is there anything more disgusting than an MMA t-shirt? I might get one with stars. They all have a star on them.
Oh, yeah, and Workaholics Durs was wearing that mixed martial arts
Workaholics
shirt.
is very funny. What's his name?
You.
That guy? Dur?
Anders Holmvik.
He was wearing a shirt that said mixed martial arts.
With
as
the
a
Run
joke.
DMC style
Yes.
shirt.
Oh, yeah. That show's really funny. But watch this. So Bill Burr, he ain't going to let Joe say this thing about the masks. Watch this.
You want people to walk down the street with a mask on?
Let's not start this, Joe.
Do you, though?
Let's not start this. Okay.
Let's start it.
I don't want to start this bullshit. I'm not going to sit here with no medical degree, listening to you with no medical degree, with an American flag behind you, smoking a cigar, acting like we know what's up.
That's a friendship give. What he really wants to say is, oh, you're one of these no mask guys? You fucking idiot. But then he's going to pretend because he's friendly. I'm not going to pretend that I'm a doctor. I'm not going to pretend. But you know that Joe's wrong, certainly, because watch this.
Medical degree, with an American flag behind you, smoking a cigar, acting like we know what's up better than the CDC. All I do is I watch the news once every 2 weeks. I'm like, mask or no mask? Still mask? All right, mask. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't care.
But even they say you shouldn't wear a mask unless you're treating a coronavirus patient. The World Health Organization.
Yeah, but they didn't say
literally
that initially. They didn't say it initially.
No, they didn't.
They did, and then it gradually, and then wait, and then everybody wore the fucking masks. This is like rollerblading. Everybody fucking rollerbladed, and then there was that one fucking homophobic joke, and then everybody acted like they never did it.
That's what we want Bill Burr for.
Exactly.
That's a great analogy there. It's like rollerblading, because everyone does make fun of rollerblading right now, and it's like, what's wrong with rollerblading? It's like the same people who make fun of soundboards because Family Guy made a reference to Mega in the Douche. This is why we signed up for Bill Burr. See how fair I am? Rollerblading is fine, by the way. You know who rollerblades? Logan Paul! Believe me, when I get back in business, I'm going to be buying a nice set of 6-wheel inlines. Okay?
I want some too.
I do too.
Rules.
Some guy tried to, I think it was that Jared guy. He tried to dox me by saying that he's got a bunch of rollerblades.
I think
and if
that
I want
guy's in
them.
the chat, by the way.
Oh,
Or
Jared
someone who
Oley?
is claiming to be him.
Okay. Well, you're claiming to have your life ruined. Stop it. But he was trying to trick me into giving him my address. He goes, I got all these rollerblades. Just give me your address. I don't want used rollerblades, bro. Let's watch the rest of this clip. Bill Burr finally goes against Rogan. Watch this.
Patient. The World Health Organization.
Yeah, but they didn't say
literally
that initially. They didn't say it initially.
No, they didn't.
They did, and then it gradually, and then wait, and then everybody wore the fucking masks. This is like rollerblading. Everybody fucking rollerbladed, and then there was that one fucking homophobic joke, and then everybody acted like they never did it. And then 100 million fucking rollerblades got thrown into the fucking ocean. We all wore masks, and then all of a sudden, people are fucking sitting there. What? You don't have the body type for it, dude. Your fucking knuckles would scrape on the ground.
There you go. The first person to ever make fun of Rogan on his show. Can you believe it?
I'm proud.
Rogan goes, I never rollerblades. Yeah, you don't even have the body type for it. Your knuckles would scrape across. Meaning he's short.
And you know how easy it is to win me over? We watched this, and then right after we watched the Pete Davidson movie, and I thought Bill Burr was pretty cute in that.
We like Bill Burr for the moment.
But the movie
now
was
that
horrible.
wife of his still should be put in a, what do you call that? Dude, I like your show, but I can't believe you said you want Bill Burr's wife to go back to the slave days where she rows a boat in order to get the white man across the Atlantic.
I can't believe you said that either.
You can't believe it.
I also can't believe it.
Oh my God. What will you do? How will your day carry on knowing that somebody should be a slave?
I can't believe it.
Oh my God. Wait, what did he just say? I said his wife should go back to being his slave. Aunt Jaberma. Can't you guys just allow goofs? Okay, watch this.
What? You don't have the body type for it, dude. Your fucking knuckles would scrape on the ground. Even with that extra 2 inches. I just love how wearing a mask became like this fucking like soft thing that you were doing, like being courteous. Being courteous. What is it for bitches? That was so stupid.
Oh, that's what got him. Finally, so after 2 months of us saying, can you believe he's saying this? This is kind of like, and he says it's for bitches. So he doesn't care. And then people were posting, show me that graph. Show that graph. People actually probably died because of Joe Rogan and Brendan Schaub's advice. I mean, Corona is still real. We have not flattened the curve. We have the most cases of any country now because we won't wear the mask because people like Joe Rogan, he's single-handedly responsible for at least one death from Corona. I'm not kidding. I'm not even joking. Him, Brian Callen, and Brendan Schaub, believe me, are responsible for at least 12 Corona-related deaths because they told 80 million people in total that wearing masks were for bitches. And then 15% of that 80 million didn't wear a mask, and they parroted what they said, and then their grandma died. This is not a joke.
Die of COVID,
it's not a
Rogan
joke
for wrongful death.
I'm not kidding. And people because we get sick of the news, we start thinking that it's not real. It's still very real. The cases keep going up in all the cities that reopened, and all the cities that Brian Callen and Brendan Schaub went to do their comedy show because they just couldn't relax. Those cases all went up, and more deaths happened. They're single-handedly responsible for legit deaths. And this is what I mean. It's like sharing the child porn. Do you really want to risk it just for a little? Like, what's the reward?
I just don't understand.
What's the reward of saying that wearing masks is for bitches and not doing it? There's no
Joe,
reward.
Every day of his life goes, people today can't get through anything. They're just... Or what does he say? Like about how back in the day
he's
they had
like,
to go
everyone
to
needs
war.
to be tough. Everyone should join the army.
It's like, just be tough and wear a mask.
Yeah, be
for
tough,
2
Joe.
months.
The real bitch is somebody who can't put a simple mask over their face to prevent a deadly disease. That's a bitch. That's someone who's so entitled that you won't wear a mask. For what? For what? What's the point? Just so that you can be like, I ain't a bitch, but nobody cares. You're not getting anything out of that.
That extra 2 inches. I just love how wearing a mask became like this fucking like soft thing that you were doing, like being
it's for
courteous. Being courteous. Why is it for bitches? That was so
You're wearing a
stupid.
mask. First of all, it's
Oh
not-
God, you're so tough with your fucking open nose and throat. Gee, Joe, and your 5 o'clock shadow.
being
This is
nice.
a man right here.
Wow.
A man doesn't wear a mask.
Do you see
Why
that,
does
though? The fools smoke. This is Joe Rogan. Look at the... Here, I want to freeze frame on him. This is Joe Rogan being a beta.
You're a whiny little bitch.
Open nose and throat. Gee, Joe, and your 5 o'clock shadow.
Watch this.
This is a man right here. A man doesn't wear a
Hold on.
mask. Why did...
That's a fool smoke. Look at his posture. He's down. Oops. I got to take a peek. This has gone on long enough. I got to take a peek, but this is why he's trending. We got more. We're not going anywhere. I want to do a super long one. What is it? Salvia Devilongo. You want to do some more?
Sounds amazing to me.
All
I'm
right.
going to eat some salsa-flavored sun chips.
Oh
during
my
the
God,
break
I'm still
to
off.
get my
I want to
energy
let
back.
everybody know I'm on the autoimmune protocol
Wow,
diet.
he's doing
How long
such
has
a
it been?
good
We got to
job.
write that down. I have not cheated once. I have eaten only healthy foods on the autoimmune protocol diet. I haven't even nothing. I haven't had a bad herb, a
He
bad
hasn't
spice.
even had soy sauce. All
Nothing.
of our favorite foods.
I replaced my soy sauce with coconut aminos.
Ugh.
Do you know about that?
I gotta say, the coconut
You don't like
aminos
it
are
as
not
much.
good.
I know.
He
I like
thinks
them.
it's the same.
It's the same thing. We're going to come back with tons more. We haven't even gotten, I don't think, halfway through all this stuff today. We hope
I
you're
know,
enjoying.
There's so much more. I really want to show that big Mike stuff because I've just been missing.
Yeah, we got to
him.
do it all. We got to really show everyone everything here
We still
today.
have to show.
Hey, it's a Scars Club episode. If you're one of these freeloaders listening for free today, consider joining the Scars Club, okay? It helps support the show. It's the only thing we do. We don't run ads. And thank you to all the Scars Club members who have joined. All right. We'll be right back after this. Much more. I just got to go
In
to
just a week, it's evolved to the next stage.
See you soon.
This is a crazy voice.
It's unbelievable.
Logan Paul has taken his voice to another level. This might be a full Mexican voice.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea.
I give him a year. I have no idea. I have no idea. We have no idea. We give him a year. We'll be right back.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I give him a year. I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea. Mike, I give him a year. Big Mike is here. He starts bragging about how he's getting Logan Paul into classic rock. Yeah, man. Like, I started showing Logan like a lot of Pink Floyd and the Doors, and the kid's responsive to it. I mean, he gets it. He's actually liking it. I've been showing him a lot of Pink Floyd. He's responsive to it. He does appreciate it. You know, I was talking to Logan. I'm like, do you know Pink Floyd? He said no. He liked it. The kid liked it.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea.
he's referring to. It's a song by this group, the Eagles. Now, they were called Eagles, but they were really guys with instruments. They weren't the bird. I know most of you think of Eagle as the bird. This was a group from the old times, and they're called the Eagles. They have this song, Hotel California. Sweet!
I'm back.
Deeper into psychedelia.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea. I give him a year. I have no idea. Logan Paul, Big Mike. Welcome back to Red Bar. You should have seen Louis.
I think that's my favorite song. Did you kick him in the liver?
I keep hearing that there's a video going around of me kicking my dog in the liver. Can someone link me to this? Another something the Reddit keeps saying.
They say that there's a video of you telling me to kick him in the liver, and I'm sure that you're being 100% serious.
Did that ever happen? Does anyone know if
There's
I ever...
There's also a video of Blink 182 fucking their dog in the ass. That's a very serious crime.
Do you want to come to a party? My friends pick me up in a truck at 11:30. These things at a frat house, but people are cool, they're reluctant. I followed, but I never dreamed there would be someone there who'd catch my attention. I wasn't out looking for love or affection, so I paid my 3, and the girls got in free and the beer for tequila, and we headed into a party.
Wow.
Blink 182, everybody. Woo. All right, what were we doing? Oh, Rogan. So that was him with Bill Burr. Wasn't there a part here? Do we have the Bill Burr show notes? You got to hear, though, Bill Burr. Oh, man, look at this. This is a whole nother show when it's up. Should we save this?
No, we could save it.
Save it?
We got too much.
Remind me to go back to Bill Burr.
Because I also haven't double-checked these notes, so it'll be an annoyance of checking the time.
So Rogan's trending. Let's go back to Kyle Dunnigan.
Yes.
So, but remind me to do the Bill Burr. That's a whole nother one. Bill Burr admits that he's really frustrated with his life and he's not doing well and he's in a bad place. And it all goes back to NIA. Let's see this. Jerry with Kyle Dunnigan. Here's this Negro part. Now, in the wake of George Floyd, if you're Joe Rogan, or if you're anybody, how about be careful with the black shit? Yep. Diarrhea. Be careful with the black shit. If I was broadcasting to 30 million insane people and I'm trending on Twitter, all right, for all this stuff and all my friends are being accused of pedophilia, all right, remember, Joe Rogan, at the recording of this episode, Joey Diaz, Chris D'Elia, Ari Shaffir, Brendan Schaub, and Brian Callen are all being dragged, as well as Joe Rogan, on Twitter for messaging underage girls or treating women like shit. And Joe has to do this show anyway because he already booked Kyle Dunnigan. And then this stupid fuck and Jamie decide they're going to start talking about blackface and Negroes. I can't believe, and when I was hearing this, I was going, are you stupid? Are you stupid? And again, if you're listening, it's going, Mike, but why are you not against it? No, but you got to be aware of what's going on, and know the room you're talking to, right? Read the room. 10710. Let's talk more playing. Wait till you hear what these two fucking idiots do. And by the way, we already learned there's no context allowed for any of it. You can't. We saw a girl the other week get destroyed because she almost said the N-word while rapping to a song. Remember this?
Hannah B from
She
The
was
Bachelor.
like, and everybody needs to know that you're an... And she stopped. And she still was canceled. So to be in front of 3 million or 30 million people and to say this, watch this. Look how stupid these idiots are. And again, it's because they're stupid. So here's dummy Joe Rogan. He's got the thought about all his friends being canceled. And instead of just canceling this show and thinking about it for 3 common seconds, he decides to go through with it. And then he makes a calamity like this.
I'll let you read this part because it's adds to it a little bit. It says it was written on the back of it, this part right here.
What part right here?
This paragraph in the middle.
I can't see that well.
Okay. It says, I talked with the white man whose place this Negro died, and I also talked with the Negro woman on the place. The
Negro woman? The Negro... Listen to what he's saying. This is Jamie, and he's reading some horse shit, but you don't think you should censor that part? hasn't Joe Rogan been through enough this week? And now you're going, the Negro.
Well, now that I'm listening to this back, he didn't want to read it. He wanted Joe to read it.
But just say
Joe was like, I can't see.
Hen woman. Listen to this.
What part right here?
This paragraph in the middle.
I can't see that well.
Okay, it says, I talked with the white man whose place this Negro died, and I also talked with the Negro woman on the place. The plantation owner said the Negro man, seemingly about 26...
I'm sitting there going, shut up! Shut up, you idiot! Look at Joe. He's like, can we say Negro? And he keeps going.
6 years old. Came from Tunica 2 or 3 weeks before he died to play the banjo at a Negro dance given there on the plantation.
Jamie's saying Negro.
He stayed in the house with some of the Negroes.
Even Dunnigan is like, yeah,
See,
come on.
Dunnigan does not.
Dunnigan knows. He's like, should we be saying Negro? Jamie, are you this fucking stupid computer face?
Well, Joe's forcing him. I mean, if
well,
you,
yeah.
Remember all
but
the
you
times
can say,
where you've been staring at me going, say it. Say
yeah.
it.
Say my name, say my name. No black persons around here. We could say Neger. Won't you? I said Neger. Neeger. It's an old band I was in. You can't be in trouble for being in a band.
Mumbling it nervously. I feel so bad for him.
Listen to this.
26 years old. Came from Tunica 2 or 3 weeks before he died to play the banjo at a Negro dance given there on the plantation.
Jamie's saying Negro.
He stayed in the house with some of the Negroes,
Jesus Christ.
saying he wanted to pick cotton. The white man did not have a doctor for this Negro, and he did not, or he had worked, as he had not worked for him. He was buried in a homemade coffin furnished by the county. The plantation owner said that was his option, or that it was his opinion that he died of syphilis. His sister then came, got him out of that coffin, tried to have his death.
Okay. The word coffin and Negro, if they're in the same sentence, that's trouble. And you're trending right now for Joey D. You know what I mean? It's like, how about shut up? Now look at this.
No,
this is even crazier.
Even better, in my opinion.
Wait till you see this. And again, this is all happening because Joe Rogan wanted to get drunk and high to bury his emotions about the Me Too's that are coming out. And he just fucked himself more. Watch this. This is only an hour and 14 minutes in. Oh, you'll see how drunk this ape is. Listen to this one.
What happened? Why'd they stop doing this? Like, how did they evolve? How are they different from the way they were back then?
Watch this.
If you could fucking have a time machine and go back and watch a minstrel show, a live minstrel show, you and me, we get high as fuck.
If you had a time machine, your one wish would be to go back and watch a minstrel show while smoking weed? That's fucked!
And look at his face.
Going to a minstrel show is bad. Listen, this gets worse. Watch this.
If you could fucking have a time machine and go back and watch a minstrel show, a live minstrel show, you and me, we get high as fuck.
We time
and
travel.
We get in that time machine. Could you imagine sitting there watching that crazy nonsense? Like a white guy with like black paint all over his face and big exaggerated lips, and he's got white gloves.
I'm sitting here and I'm going, Joe, just shut up. You know, like I think he's trying to get this Spotify deal canceled. I think he's like really scared and he's letting himself screw up a lot.
I mean,
I've never seen him be this.
Like,
look at his face.
Because I was thinking, now that you think about it, it's like if Joe gets canceled all over Twitter, on YouTube, they're not really going to do anything on YouTube.
Yeah. This is a blackface
but now,
mamba.
Because he announced the Spotify deal,
he's a
now
target.
He has a huge target on his back no matter what he says.
This
It's such a dumb idea.
I know. This gets worse. He's out of he's what do you call it? He's in over his head here. Listen to this.
White guy with like black paint all over his face and big exaggerated lips, and he's got white gloves. Okay.
This is I mean, you got to see this part again. And I want to clip all this and make it an out of context thing. Here you go. Watch this.
Exaggerated lips, and he's got white gloves.
Mammy. Yes, we understand. And Kyle Donegan's sitting there going, is this okay to me? During the wake of George Floyd and the Wendy's death? Mammy. Why? This gets worse. Listen to this.
Singing these terrible songs.
Yeah. It
look at him.
It's weird that those
you got to see his
those
face
things happen, but
that would actually be a fascinating Oculus Rift game.
That would and look at Dunnigan's face. Wait a minute, did you hear what he said? That would actually be an amazing Oculus Rift game. Going to a minstrel show. Listen to this. Dunnigan ain't so sure.
it's weird that those things happen, but
that would actually be a fascinating Oculus Rift game. Like
wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Ah! Even Dunnigan, he goes, okay, I can't just keep being a yes man here. Wait a minute, what? Blackface would be a cool game? Digital blackface VR. This is what Rogan is saying. On the week of George Floyd's body hasn't even finished rotting. And let's make a blackface mammy. This is what I mean about, and you know why he's saying all this? Because he's downing whiskey and smoking weed because he's got all this shit going on in his head and he doesn't address it. He's got to start being honest. And this is what people mean when they say, I want my comedians to be honest. I want entertainers to be honest. You can't bottle things up and avoid the top story. You got to talk about what everybody's here to talk about. Otherwise, you're bottling it up. And then you start saying this nonsense.
Those things happen, but
that would actually be a fascinating Oculus Rift game.
Like wait a minute, what?
Yeah. If you could put a game on, like one of those Oculus Rift things, if you could put a helmet on and it would just transport you back in time. Yeah. Not just to this place, but like to Egypt. How about that?
Oh, okay. So you realize when Kyle Dunn said, wait, what? You go, it's just a time machine that works anywhere. Okay. But you wanted a time machine specifically to see pappies and mammies.
It doesn't go to the dinosaurs. It doesn't go to the Wild West.
It just goes to a poor black man going, don't shoot, while he dances with tap shoes. That's your dream. And Dunnigan's like, wait, I actually don't want that as my first wish? What? But we could go to Egypt too.
How about you're in ancient Egypt in like 2000 BC with Cleopatra?
This guy's stupid.
Actually, she lived in like the AD.
And there's this war going on Twitter because, you know, they're trying to cancel Joe Rogan, and then you see all his fans going, he's uncancelable. And there's almost this mini war going on where people are exposing the stupidity of Joe's audience, which I think is great too. There are some people who think this is like the smartest guy in the world, and watching Joe Rogan is like an educational school program. Like, Hey Big Mike thinks this is like as good as having a doctorate, you know, or going to extra college. It's not. There are many people, including myself, we watch Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan is under us in terms of smarts. But there are a lot of people who watch this thinking that they're watching a scholar or a professor, and they stick up for him as such. And there's this back and forth and a lot of confusion because a lot of people are like, I just don't understand. Who could like Joe Rogan? He's so stupid. And then there's other people who are like, I don't understand how anyone could cancel Joe Rogan. He's the smartest, nicest guy.
My favorite guys are the guys who think that Joe is like some sort of super smart, calculated guy who's like manipulating the media to his benefit.
No,
that, like,
he's just a really
Twitter?
stupid rich guy who popped in all the right scenarios. He really got like, he's a very lucky guy. Like, think of all the luck he's had.
Here, I
he got
find
that
this one tweet. Hold on.
When Joe Rogan wanted to be a comic, he got very lucky and got that news radio show. Then he got very lucky and got the Fear Factor show. And then he got very lucky by having one of the worst podcasts ever. I mean, the early days of Joe Rogan and RedBar. The fact that got popular was another stroke of luck. And everything, he's almost, you know, like every step of the way, he's gotten very lucky. And now it's to the point where people are very confused.
Can you read this tweet that I just saw the other day, but I've seen a million iterations of stuff like
Let's see what this is here. Joe Rogan. Trying to and this is by Eugene Jew MD, Who the fuck is this?
This guy who literally is on Twitter.
Trying to cancel Joe Rogan only makes him stronger and more appealing to his base. He literally says the outrageous things he says to get white liberals to try to cancel him so that he could take even more money to the bank while laughing his ass off. And people play right.
It's like, no, he did not plan this out.
Is it? I really hate when people speak for other celebrities that they're fans of. It's like the same people who are like,
this guy is saying
Joey...
that is a detraction about Rogan. Like, he's like saying this is a bad thing.
Oh.
But anyways.
Oh, I see. But no, you're completely
wrong.
Like,
he's telling other liberals to not play.
But the fans also say this is a positive thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay. But stop speaking on behalf of other people. Joey Diaz did not say it was a joke, and you got comics, Josh Porter. All right, what do we got? Some other clips here from. Oh, you want to see this Bill Maher part?
Sure.
Or are we going to do Joe wants to get a time? Okay, yeah. Let's see, 238:35 here, just to show you Kyle Dunnigan. He does a Bill Maher impression, and Joe brings up Bill Maher, and Kyle gets a little scared, but also Joe is so drunk and stupid that he says it in a funny, shitty way. Watch this, 238:35. How's everyone doing? Everybody having fun still?
Fuck, they're mad at you.
They are this time?
They said they're not going to listen.
Yeah, right. Listen to this.
Work for it. He's a piece of shit. And he's mean to people.
And he's miserable.
And he didn't do anything to get it. That's a miserable fuck.
I'm the happiest when I'm working really hard on something.
Right? And when it's done, like when you make one of those videos and then you get a bunch of positive feedback from it, that's got to be amazingly satisfying.
Yeah, I mean, I do it for free. And also, like, Kurt Metzger helped with that last one. I just want to make sure.
Well, Kurt's fucking great.
Hilarious.
He's great.
He's the best.
We're working on making a show, and it's like...
I'd like to take that Kurt down one day. That Kurt is a terrible person. Kurt Metzger is terrible. Stay away from him.
Working so hard, and no one is even asking for it, but it's really satisfying, and I don't
feel
really
like
care about the money.
You just keep doing those goddamn Instagram videos if you can. Just keep doing them. Like, it's undeniable. It's so good. Some of those are so good. They're so mean.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's funny. I look back and go,
they're so funny.
Well, Bill Maher asked for it. I mean, I didn't want to make a video of Bill Maher getting gangbanged, but he came on this program and he said my impression sucked. He was asking for it. What am I supposed to do? Sit there?
Listen, I'm on your side with that one.
He was.
And by the way, it's very funny. He should be laughing at that. That shit was hilarious.
I mean, even if you hate someone's impression, you have to pretend you like it. There's no saying.
You can't lie. You can't say it's not good. It's really good. Don't lie.
Well, when you said, "Oh, let's play it," he was like, "I'm leaving." He like threatened to leave if you played it. And by the way, and I don't want to. I'm really not mad at Bill Maher. I like having a nemesis. It kind of feels good. So,
I like Bill Maher a lot.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what he says.
The rants that he's been doing during COVID have been the very best.
Oh, yeah?
You know, the rants that he does at the beginning of his show.
I haven't seen
They're great.
No one's watching that
He's
right
doing
now.
them with no audience, but they've been really funny and really good points. It's like he's actually ramped it up during this pandemic.
Also, I didn't really know what you were talking about.
Well, because there's just one part where he goes, Bill
says
Burr.
Go to 253.40.
Okay, let's try that. 253.40. There's another part.
Are you like dying of heat stroke, by the way?
No, are you? You can lower it.
I'm totally fine.
You can lower it. I could always be colder. Look at Rogan, man. We'll wait for her to get back. Look at Rogan. I got to pause a freeze frame on him. This guy's losing his, what do they call that? Not his inhibitions. He's losing his path. What would you call that? What a lost guy right now. It's really sad to watch him and his whole crew go down, and they're really coming for him. I hope people have seen this. We're going to show you more. We'll wait for her to get back, and then we're going to see, imagine this guy biting you with his fake COVID tests coming after you. This poor man. And we got to do something. Eventually, we got to do something about these men, you know? What will be the final outcome here? Santino, where are you? We got to get into Santino today. We got to get into Tony Hinchcliffe still. Ari Shaffir, there's a big scandal going about him. Saizon Z filled me in the other day. He was over here last night. Saison Z is one of the writers for this show. Now, did you know that? He comes over once a night. He brings me this whole thing of donuts. I brought you donuts. I go, thanks. And then I always give him less money than it cost. But I learned from Saison Z that Ari Shaffir has quit Twitter. I got so much gossip for you guys today. We're just waiting for her to get back. I'm just chilling with the guys right now. Mikey Long, is that okay? Can I do more? What time is it? Oh, it's only 4 hours in. Todd Detter would call this a short show if I ended now. A short show. By the way, is Todd Detter back yet? Can we have you back? We miss you, Todd. Man. Todd Detter. Another guy, I think the Reddit went after him. People were afraid of this Reddit, thinking it was actually a lot of guys. It's only 5 guys. Todd, I got your back, man. Come back. Toddy, come back.
Wait, Todd's coming back?
I don't know. I was saying Todd's got to come back. It's time.
But he better send a personalized message for us to photocopy onto our card if he wants to come back.
I know. That's really shitty. Imagine Todd didn't sign the card because he was going through a butt-hurt, scared time of his life. You're going to regret not signing that card.
Assumptions about Todd.
He's going to regret not signing that card.
I bet he regrets it already.
When I die and Jules is reading the names of the people, and Todd's like, I wasn't in the mood to sign it. He needs to do a show. Todd, that's fucked up, man. I can't believe you didn't sign my card, man. Todd Detter. Might have to dox him. I'm just kidding. People think this is what I do. I dox everyone. All right.
I hate that everyone thinks that about
you. Jules is back. Let's play this time code. Let's see if he does this Bill Maher thing that I was looking for.
Here comes cocaine into your cock. Okay. You fuck.
That's so good. That's such a good impression. Anyone who says it's not a good impression, come on, man.
I mean, I do a lot of impressions. They're not all good.
We know.
Some are like pretty. I think my Elon's pretty weak.
My
Bill's pretty good.
Your Bill's pretty good. Yeah. It's very good.
You have to shit on me.
Your Caitlyn Jenner is her voice now.
Baby.
That's her voice now. I don't see her speaking any other way.
She always.
Why do you have those noises?
She does that because I think she's alone a lot. She answers herself.
You know, was it Mersh who was covering Kyle Dunnigan the other day? It's probably. Like, wonder where you got Kyle Dunnigan from, Mersh. I'm getting copied by so many guys, by the way. Can you guys out the guys who copy me so I don't have to do it?
We have enough enemies for the week.
We have enough enemies. How about this? RedBar people, if you see something, say something. See something, say something, RedBar guys. Because I can't keep doing it.
You should sing that as karaoke.
I don't know the song well enough.
You just sang
If you see people copying me, flame everyone. Let's go crazy. There are people who copy me. I'm telling you. And I don't usually care, but there are some people who copy me so
they don't even realize
often.
That they're doing it.
They don't even know. I'm not going to name names.
Their whole personality as like when you
it's crazy.
Are like 14 years old and your friend starts hanging out with a new friend,
yeah.
And then suddenly your friend is talking just like this new guy and adopts all of their mannerisms, and your friend doesn't even realize he's doing it. There's guys out there that do
and
that
I don't even care, but they're gonna get mad. They want to get mad at me and pretend that it's not my problem, bro. You copying me ain't my problem. This is not about me. It's totally about you. And if you guys see something, say it. Say it loud. I got your back. Because we got a couple guys, they are copying everything. And they're getting away with it. And then they're going to come back and go, oh, yeah, he's copying me. I ain't copying no one. I'm the most unique podcast guy on this planet. So there'll be no talk of that. But if you see someone copy me, make fun of them, spit on them, kick them. They ain't going to do nothing. So, but out everyone. Let's go crazy. Here's Kyle Dunnigan copying.
Be like, hey, I went to get some shoes, yeah. And she's going, yeah. And then I bought some Jimmy shoes, yeah. And, yeah.
Shut up.
How weird.
Where's
weird.
Kim?
Why is it weird, Joe? Because you're high and drunk and thinking about all these Me Too's of your friends? Joey Diaz hanging on by a thread. They're coming for you. They're coming for your wife. I want to pull his wife's pants down.
No jokes about that stuff. On this week of raping and all that. I won't have it.
Hold on. I want to pull his daughter's pants down. Listen to this. Here, I think the big part's going to come up. Listen to this.
Anybody that thinks that that's a superficial aspect of our culture today, you're out of your mind. That Bruce Jenner's now Caitlyn Jenner.
He's drunk.
Like that
Look at him.
The weirdness of it. Not saying that she shouldn't be able to do that. She absolutely should. But the weirdness of that sort of defines like how crazy life is today. It's almost like you're seeing these little hints when you're getting close to the end of the game. The narrative's falling apart.
He says, listen to this
plot
stuff.
gets weirder and weirder. You're like, oh my God, when is the big reveal?
He's an Olympic.
I want to unwrap the black one.